there's people who they're like, oh, well, let me just try to be famous. Let me just try to do this. Let me just try to make something of myself. And they don't realize what actually goes into it. They don't realize the work, the effort, the time, and, and also times where you get no's. So many times you get no's. There's a lot of times you get yeses, but that's very scarce.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just...
A lot of times you get more than just the no. You get the beat down. Hey, Jack Lehr here, down in Lehr Podcast. Wow, I am truly blessed to have this amazing guest with me today. I was introduced to him by a former guest, and I'll call him my friend, maybe, I don't know, Justin Ruby. So I have Leon Zellers with me. Leon, welcome, brother.
What's up, brother? How are you doing today?
Good. So we just met each other for the first time today, didn't we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we did.
Probably lucky for you.
I'm actually pretty honored to be here. It's a really cool little family vibe. I love it.
Cool little family vibe. I love it too. So, Leon, you are a music performer, like a singer, and we just did a little promo here prior.
Oh, yeah. We did.
Will you do like a 5-second, maybe 20 seconds worth of just a little bit of your voice? Listen to this amazing voice.
All right. Okay, here we go. You mean Toxic Love?
I think that's the one.
All right, here we go. All I wanted was your love, but it's fake. All I needed was your trust, baby, who can you blame? I cannot feel this heartless pain. You hurt me bad, I got it attached, you numb me like Novocaine. I'm falling for your love. I'm dreaming we ain't got time alone. My ex done messed me up, but I'm praying you could heal these scars, cause I've been faded, I've been hated. You just keep on coming up, and what you saying, who you playing? This is just some toxic love. I've been on the road, praying to God that you've been home alone, knowing that one day I'm going through my phone. Her name is wife and she don't really know. I've been patient on a daily, hoping that you get to witness, writing songs about the memories like when all you played me. She's so good to me, like you say you would, but girl, you never could. So I'm so done with all these love songs. I'm so done with all these love songs. I'm so done with all these love songs. I'm so done. My eyes ain't crying for no one again.
So the best part about this is that was a great 20 seconds.
Thank you.
So now I know performers don't now tell time, right?
No, not at all. Music tells the time for sure.
I love it. I'm glad you didn't stop.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because I got to hear that for the second time today, and it hits my heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I actually have another song called This Holiday that just dropped 2 days ago. And that's with Rick Rock. We made it in Beverly Hills, I believe. And we shot the music video before we just came here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you were in Beverly Hills before you came here.
Yes, sir.
And then you came to York, Pennsylvania.
York, Pennsylvania, of course.
You know it. So you're from a little town real close by called Dover, PA.
Dover, Pennsylvania, a very small town. Not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah, but I do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you grew up in Dover. Were you born in that area or what?
I was born in York Hospital.
Okay, we were born in the same hospital. I was born there too. All my 4 sons were born there as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we have something in common.
Yeah, we got something in common.
Might have been the same room.
Yeah, we definitely don't got the good teeth in common. I don't have good teeth. Your teeth are pretty nice, man.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Had to comment on that. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway. Leon. So, growing up in Dover, PA.
Yes.
And then all the way to LA.
Yes.
That's a hell of a journey.
So I started when I was about 18. I got an audition for a major TV show, American Idol. I got a no when I went and auditioned. They flew me out. I stayed at a hotel, and then they told me to go to the Netflix building. Go to the Netflix building, go up, do my audition, put in a little paper about everything about me, and I do my audition. I get a no. So then I'm like, I realize a lot of people who make it get no's.
Yeah.
You know? And the people who make it never give up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go back home because I want to come back and show my parents who I really am.
Really?
So I stayed out on Hollywood Boulevard and I sang on the street for a little bit. And I got enough money for a hostel. One day I got invited to an investor event and I was told, bring your guitar. I was like, why? He said, don't worry about it, just bring your guitar. I walk into the investor event and every single time I sing a song, they gave me $100. I left with $6,000 that day.
Wow.
I go to 1600 Vine. I get an apartment, and then I became something with people. Like we started doing videos for Vine and other things like that, and I met some really, really influential people in my creator days. I was on Hollywood Boulevard, met Justin Bieber, met David Dobrik, Fatboy SSE. I think if I didn't go out on Hollywood Boulevard and took that initiative to like try to do something for my career, for something for myself, to just try to get my voice out there, I don't feel like I'd be sitting here right now.
Yeah, we're standing, by the way. But no, it's a beautiful story. So Hollywood Boulevard, like living there on the streets,
oh, it was
like
tough.
That's tough.
It was tough. It was really tough.
Like we were just out there probably a month and a half ago, and we drove down there, and that place has changed a ton.
Oh, of course.
But that's rough, right? It's everybody thinks that's glamour and glory. Man, they're struggling.
Yeah, there's people out there that are really, really, really struggling, and it breaks my heart. So one day we did this thing called the URTSC charity.
Okay.
We got a bunch of influencers together, and we basically went to Skid Row and got a big pizza, like a bunch of big pizzas, and just gave it out to people on Skid Row. And seeing the families and the type of people that are on Skid Row, it's literally like you and me, and it breaks my heart. And I want to do something for the homeless people out there. They have these miniature homes that they're going to be giving to people in Skid Row to help with housing. But I want to do more things for those people because I feel like they probably didn't put themselves in that position on purpose.
There's a lot of mental disease that leads to that as well.
Exactly.
Like, and it's it truly is a shame because some people just go, oh well, they're homeless. Like that's a choice.
Not always.
It not always. It certainly can be, but it's not always a choice.
Yep. It was my choice to basically be homeless for a little bit because I wanted to make something of myself, and I eventually did that over time. Things take time, and that's the biggest thing is you have to know that not everything just happens like that.
Yeah.
There's people who they're like, oh, well, let me just try to be famous. Let me just try to do this. Let me just try to make something of myself. And they don't realize what actually goes into it. They don't realize the work, the effort, the time, and and also times where you get no's. So many times you get no's. There's a lot of times you get yeses, but that's very scarce.
Yeah.
So yeah,
a lot of times you get more than just the no. You get the beat down.
Oh, you get the beat down for sure.
That mental and sometimes physical, especially living on the streets. Like I can't imagine what you went through, but that was probably one of the things that shaped you the most. Other than probably growing up in Dover, Pennsylvania.
Of course, it was a whole different vibe. Dover. There's not. I'm gonna be honest. It's nothing like Dover. It's nothing like York. It's nothing like Pennsylvania or out here. It's a whole different world. You're walking into a whole different world with different type of people. You don't know who's real. You don't know who's fake. You don't know who has your best intentions.
Yeah.
And that's what I stress. If you go to LA, just have that backbone. Just have that backbone. Because if you don't, you're gonna be in a really, really crappy position. And yeah, 100%. Like if you just don't have that backbone and you don't have that knowledge to know that this is not a good place to be, or this is a good place to be, this is good for me, or this is absolutely not the place. If you don't have that, you're not gonna do well in LA.
I want to get back into that a little bit more of the LA scene and things that you're doing out there. But like your upbringing.
Yes.
How'd you learn how to sing like this? And everybody says, "Oh, it's just a natural talent." There's way more than just natural talent here.
Choir. I was in choir for a very long time. I was
in church or in school.
Actually, there's choirs out here that I was in. I was in the silver. I was in the senior honors choir.
Okay.
Junior honors choir. I was in choir at my school, Dover High School.
Okay.
I was in Synergy and on this thing called Encore. And, you know, I think that really molded me to be the artist that I am today. Now, I feel like the thing that also molded me to be an artist was taking the initiative to go into the band room. And basically, I was bullied in school. So I didn't want to always be in my classes because my bullies were there. So I told my teachers, hey, can I just stay in the band room and do my papers and then come out and give them to you? And they said, yeah, of course. Because they understand. They know that I've tried so hard to tell them, hey, these people are really giving me an issue, but nothing really happens about it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to talk to my teachers about staying in the band room. So I stayed in the band room and I just learned all the instruments. I learned everything by color. I associate notes, like different strings, different notes on note flight with color. I don't see notes in black and white. I don't. And then one day I was like just sitting in my room. My dad saw my guitar that had a messed up string, and he's like, hey, come here. Let's go to Fox's Music. Fox's Music. And I was like, okay. We go there, and the whole way there, they're playing. It's playing this song. Got his old new 6-string. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Played until his fingers bled. You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna sing it though.
Yeah. So So it was playing, and that kind of felt like an indication that, hey, something really good's gonna happen for you with music. So he took me get my guitar fixed, and right then I realized my love for guitar. And after guitar, I'm like, I wanna keep expanding. I saw all the instruments in the band room, and I wanted to see what I have at my house. So I just made way of what I had at my house, and I kept going live on this thing called YouNow, Star Maker, and things like that. Star Maker is it's like a karaoke app.
Okay. And
YouNow is like a broadcasting app. Now, I used to go live on YouNow and talk to my fans all the time and sing to them playing guitar, and just actually, in the process of learning, being on YouNow and asking my fans what kind of songs they want me to sing, it kind of helped me learn better because I kept singing those songs over and over and over again, and they loved it. But that started growing my fan base. And the reason I did TikTok is because I wanted to grow a fan base to be able to release my music too.
Okay.
Because you can't, if you're in the industry, you have to get signed to be able to release your stuff the right way and, go far. But for me, I didn't want to get tied into that whole situation. I just wanted to do it myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to release my own music. I'm going to do my own thing and just get away from all that extra stuff because you don't need that extra stuff. You don't. I mean, if you want to be famous and sell yourself, do it. But I'm saying on my side, I like to stay what God made me. I like to stay cordial, and I like to be here for my supporters and my family, because I don't just call them my fans, they're my family at the end of the day.
I love that. So it sounds like Pops, your dad, was an influence.
Yes.
He helped you.
Yes. And so was my mom.
And your mom, okay.
My mom.
So mom and dad were very supportive?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah, no, not always. And that's kind of sad. But, sometimes parents can't always be there 100%.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but, growing up, as I'm growing up, I'm starting to realize, hey, like, there's a lot of things that go into life. It's not just always being somewhere like that. My parents were always there. It's just like they never could always be there.
Yeah.
I had concerts after concerts after concerts after concerts. My family can't be there every single concert. That's hard.
Did they help get you there?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, that's
every single
support.
time I had that support to get me to where I needed to be.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like the whole entire start of that. When I was getting bullied in high school or in school, I was asked to go on this thing called Fox 43 News at 10. So I did that.
So it's a local station here in the York area, yeah.
I did that, and I think that was kind of like, I genuinely think that was the beginning of my whole music career, because they asked me why I'm here, and I said I want to inspire people. I just want to inspire people to chase their dreams as much as they want.
Yeah.
And never let it go under any circumstances, because people told me I need to stop, and I didn't. I kept going. I'm not going to let somebody just tell me, hey, you need to stop this. If I love it,
like to stop your passion and your love
yes.
for music?
Yes.
Really?
Yep. People told me I was stupid. They told me I was anorexic. They did anything they could to bring me down and make me feel like I'm lower than them, and that I'm not good enough to be here. And that happens to a lot of people.
It does.
But you have to have that backbone always. Yeah, 100%.
So that happens to a lot of people, you said? And guess what?
I know it happens to a lot of people.
Some people don't think it ever happened to me, but it happened to me. It happened to plenty of people that we know. Some people go and think you got your shit together. Well, I got a little bit of that myself.
Yeah.
You know what? And actually, I gave a little bit of that myself because it was how I didn't feel great about myself. It's usually their problem. Actually, it always is their problem. Sometimes I was that problem. So I was bullied. Sometimes I bullied, and that's complete bullshit. So like you were bullied in a way that to make you not feel good about yourself, and then you really turned to the music.
Yeah, it wasn't even just that. Like, not just, hey, you're a bad person. No, it's like I had to change my parking space because I got bullied so much. I got jumped every single time I went to my parking space in Dover High School. I talked to the cop, and I'm like, hey, could I please park across the street because I don't feel safe?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, okay. So I started parking across the street. It still didn't do anything. They still found out where I was. Then I'm just like, you know what? I guess I have to face this. One day I just said screw it, and I started taking the bus again. Yeah, no joke, bro.
That's a real step up.
Yeah.
At least that's not a feeling that you'd want to have, because I remember my kids when they didn't have to ride the bus, they were like, shit, we finally can drive or go with our friends, and then you went back to taking the bus.
And then it went back to me like being like, you know what? I have a car. I love my car, but it's not safe for me to drive my car to school.
I think the one thing that I got in our meeting upstairs and just a little bit of our interview prior is that your heart shines through, and it's very apparent right here. So the folks that are here, if you can't see the effing heart shining through, like this guy, wow, it's pretty beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you want to help others, and we're going to get into that a little bit later because there's some stuff that you want to do to help a lot of people.
Of course, and I also brought a special guest as well, Mr. Cosmic.
Oh my gosh.
He'll be here as well.
So Cosmic Star Child.
Cosmic Star Child.
You
already know.
I mean, he is, I was just amazed when I heard this name. I was like, that's not a made up name? Nope. Mom and Dad gave it to me, right? Dad gave it to you. I'm just picking.
So I met him at the Bryson Tiller event that I just performed at, wearing Justin Ruby's work.
Let's show that off a little bit.
Got
Justin Ruby. The reason we're here together is because of Justin Ruby. Thank you, Justin Ruby.
He's here in the studio right now. Shout out to Justin Ruby. Love your stuff. Very inspired by what you do. And very happy you're my friend. Yeah.
The shameless promotions, Justin Ruby.
Justin Ruby.
And Cosmic Star Child.
So the way I met Cosmic Star Child is I just did a show for Bryson Tiller at this thing called the Beehive in LA. And what happened was I walk right up to him and I'm like, I'm going to be your friend for some reason. I feel like I'm going to be your friend for a really long time. And he was like, huh? I'm like, yeah. And then we just became really good friends. We just started talking, and he's been helping me with some stuff. I've been helping him with things, and now my plan is to help him blow up like me.
I love it. So we're going to do a two-part of this podcast, and we're going to bring Cosmic in a little bit to talk a little bit about, some of the stuff you guys are doing together.
Yes, of course.
Because this guy has the look.
Yes.
I can't wait till you see him.
Yeah.
You have the hair, the voice, the persona.
We out here.
Kind of looks like somebody familiar.
What?
I think everybody needs to Sarah Kane's in the audience as well, giggling. I don't know.
That was weird. That was weird.
What?
I'll explain.
There's always something that takes place here that just brings up old You know,
Old friends.
old friends.
Old friends.
Yes, it's beautiful. So excited to bring Cosmic in here in a little bit. But so you made the journey out to LA
Yes.
and fought through living on the streets and started performing. What was that big break that happened for you? That
VidCon.
What's it called?
VidCon. I was asked to perform at Playlist. I did a performance at Playlist, and I got asked to perform at VidCon. And a lot of my friends are influencers at VidCon.
Okay.
One group in particular, I have Jesse Underhill, which was one of the people who were in the Sing Good Juice video. But I also have the Moy brothers, who also they helped me with a little bit of an idea on my first ever video. My first ever video was with these guys named the Stokes Twins, and basically what they did, they were like, "Hey Leon, you got to make your first ever TikTok video." I was like, "I don't know about that," and they're like, "No, just do it." I said, "How?" They say, "Just do like a video of you like lip singing to a song," and I'm like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to lip sing to anything. I want you guys to lip sing to me singing," and then I come in at the very end and start singing, and they're like, "Our fans don't even think that we sing." I was like, well, they're going to find out now. And that whole video, like, after we posted it, I was in the hallway, and I was singing, love me, say that you love me, that Justin Bieber song. Yeah. And at the very end, I come in, and they're just like, "Oh, man, you ruined it," making it seem like, because they think that it's them singing, but it's actually me, and they're like, "Oh, man, you ruined it." That video hit, like, 14 million overnight.
Wow.
And then I woke up to people at the door knocking. I opened the door. Ah! I was like, oh, jeez. Because VidCon's a convention. It's a big influencer convention, tech convention. So, yeah, that was my big break, I would say.
So that's when the girls started like loving you.
Yeah.
Or just everybody started loving you.
That's when I realized the power of what the views can do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, let's talk about TikTok. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people in my world, our world, that really embrace the social media to grow their businesses. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about what you've done in TikTok. Okay. Because there's a couple of pinned videos up there with 20 million plus views.
Yes.
Wow.
So I specialize in doing comedy videos and showing talent in my comedy videos.
Okay.
I like doing that because, the kids, they love comedy. But I also want to put that aspect of like the music part, because I never want music to leave this world. I love music so much, more than like I love music so much, and my biggest thing is like just letting people never give up. Like just if you have a dream, just never just let it go. If you let it go, it just disappears, and you never can get that back, And a lot of my fans, they want to do the same thing I'm doing. A lot of them, they want to start going out in public. Another thing I did was I went out in public, and this wasn't a comedy video.
Okay.
This was like, hey, come check this out. Come look at what this kid's doing. I used to go to airports. And I went to airports singing like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, singing in front of all these people and just getting the reactions of people around me. And that enticed my supporters to go out and do the same thing. I have videos of my supporters going out and trying to sing and doing the same thing it's so inspiring to me. I did a video at the York Galleria, and I was singing. One time, I did a video, I was just singing, like, I forget what song it was. And a couple months later, my supporter takes a video right there where I was singing and duets the same video of me singing. And it's like, oh my gosh, look, we're here. It was like, it's so cool. It inspires me so much to keep going. Yeah. And, it inspires them to keep going as well.
Tell them about the worker at Dig. Remember in New York, the girl, she wanted to be like a singer?
Oh my gosh, and I had her sing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is this, I like to inspire people in like the actual, in our world as well, not just social media. So we went to Dig, and we're just chilling, we're getting food, and this girl's singing a little bit, and I'm like, hey, you sing? She's like, no, I don't sing. I said, I heard that. I said, sing me a song. She said, no, I don't want to sing a song. I said, sing me a song. I'm going to post on my social media. I promise. Sing me a song. But they're going to love it. So she sings for me, and she tells me about these things, how that inspired her, bro. And that was just like, that type of stuff, like, it warms my heart so much to see people that get, like, they're scared at first, but then you see all that confidence just burst out of that shy body. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something that really shines through when I watch some of your videos, and I'm like, so like there's a lot of tomfoolery and jackasses out there on TikTok, right? Yeah. Like don't look at one, because then you get targeted like crazy. So please don't do that. Yeah. I'm telling you what to do on TikTok.
I'm telling you what to do.
20 million views, 4 bazillion followers or something like that. You have a lot of followers, right?
I have about 3.9 million.
Okay, so a little bit less than 4 million. I have like 4, thank you. But maybe today I'll have 7 or 12, I don't know. But I think it's pretty funny that you do these things that your heart shines through. Because again, Sarah and I were watching them and we're going, you know what? Yes, there's the talent of the singing, but there's other things you're doing. You said about a little bit of comedy, but you're not doing the stupid shit.
No.
Like you're doing stuff that it's funny, but it's inspiring, and like
and it's family friendly.
Yeah, that's the big difference, because you see a lot of ridiculousness out there.
Yep.
And you're staying committed to this. Because it's easy when you're out in L.A. and then people start telling you how effing great you are.
Yeah.
Just to start doing that stupid.
I don't let that get to me. I actually, Ventura Boulevard, you were telling me that you liked the song. That music video I did in my backyard with barely any budget. And I did that because in the song it talks about walking through the valley of the shadow of death and fearing no evil. Yeah. That's why I had that fire in the background, because that's walking.
And this was in Dover?
Yes. And I actually set that fire on fire. That was all real. The rain and everything, all that was real.
Poured gasoline on the lawn.
Yeah, poured gasoline all over the place.
Backyard.
Yeah. But the whole thing was, that fire thing, it was supposed to be standing like a tunnel, and I was supposed to walk through it, but it fell. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just make it seem like I'm walking through the shadow of death and fearing no evil, but like, you know, it's not standing. It'll already be fallen over. So I did that. And then I had another part in the music video where there's 2 crossroads. Okay. Which God gave me 2 different paths. And I need to pick the one that I feel is right and that he feels is right for me. And there's always going to be those. And the reason I put that in there is because there's always going to be those 2 paths. Yeah. You just have to believe in yourself. And you have to believe in the people around you. You have to believe in who you are and in what your intentions are for this earth. Now that there's just those 2 paths. And then after that, I have me waking up in my bedroom, in my actual bedroom. The reason I did this is because I want to remember, when I'm famous, I want to remember where I was, and I will never forget that. Yeah. That is my home, and I'll never forget that. So now I'm capitalizing on my other music videos all around the world, and everything's going in increments as like a movie or like a story. Everything it all connects together. Wow. And I think a lot of artists don't do that. They just throw things on and just see what sticks. But I have a plan. I have a whole plan of structuring this the right way as a story. And one day I have a dream of releasing it as a documented series. And also I'm thinking about making my first ever video game and having my music soundtrack as my album.
So you've mentioned it a few times already, and you probably I'm going to make an assumption that you probably have a deep faith with your God.
I made this. Okay. And I have God on my chest.
God is with me. I love it. Chest. So a lot of people that get famous and go into this industry are really ashamed to actually bring that stuff up.
I'm not.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I'm here for him.
Wow. Because, especially, again, I have some beautiful friends out in L.A.,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit different out there.
Yes.
It's a little bit different in your world.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a little bit of shaming that goes alongside of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're taking a stand.
Yes, I'm taking a stand because I've tried to promote it on social media. I've tried to promote it on TikTok. And it makes no sense that I get in trouble for trying to promote that.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Especially if I'm trying to bring the word out more.
Yeah.
That's not fair. But people can post anything about other things, but you can't post about God on TikTok or Instagram. You can't even talk about it on live.
Yeah.
What is going on with this world? That's not fair. God is here for a reason, and he's here to bring his people home. Yeah.
It's beautiful to hear that. And again, there's going to be people who watch this and say, I'll turn it off right now because they're talking about God. If that's your problem, fucking turn it off and don't ever watch it again. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But here's the thing. I think that you do so many things without actually, again, just the videos that I've watched, and we watched more than a couple, is you just have this, you have this, what do I want to say? I want to say this, like, this aura about you that makes me want to be around you and have people around you because you have this, I'm missing the word. I'm here, we're talking about God and I'm cussing. God bless me.
Think about that in the Bible. Jesus might have dropped an F-bomb. You never know.
Come on, Justin.
I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions, but anyway, I think that your faith shines through
Thank you.
in the videos without you having to say it.
I don't want to have to say anything.
I think that's the biggest thing that I see because there's a lot of folks out there that tout it, maybe don't live it. I think what I'm seeing from you and just our little bit of time together, it shines through that you are a godly human.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're all godly humans.
Well, we were. Let's move on from the religion thing because we've offended enough people.
All right. Yeah. Let's move through the religion.
So you made this. You did VidCon, and it all of a sudden things started blowing up.
Yep.
What made you get on TikTok besides them just saying do this TikTok video? Because there's a commitment to it.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't care about it at first. I did not care about it at first. I was like, I don't want to be on this. Looks like, I looked at the videos on there. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of that.
I was like, I'm not doing any of this. I said, how about let's just do something I want to do where I just show off your guys' voice, make it seem like you can sing. And they're like, no, that sounds horrible. I said, want to bet? I said, watch. So we did the video, and it blew up. Now, my biggest thing is I wanna collaborate with as many people as possible. I love working with people. I love the collaboration. I love I just love to see people work together. And the reason I do TikTok is because, yes, it's cool. I sing and stuff like that, but I also learn a lot about these new people, about these new influencers, and not all the influencers out there are horrible. There's a lot of influencers out there that are actually really, really good stand-up people.
Yeah, well, you're an influencer, right?
Yes.
I think you're a pretty solid stand-up human.
Thank you.
Okay.
But, yeah, so TikTok at first wasn't my go-to, but the reason I did it is because I saw all my friends had a good following on there.
Yeah.
They told me I could make money, and I didn't realize the impact that it would actually take on my supporters. And at first, I didn't even have that many supporters. I didn't have supporters.
Yeah.
When I posted that, I realized the power of what the views can do. Then brand deals came in. And different people like Netflix. You got Netflix, Paramount. You have Target. I did one for Walmart, and then right after you get all these views, these brand deals come in, and that's how you monetize it.
You monetize it,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to get into that in our second part of our time together here today. and really get into the monetization
Mhm.
and what that is doing for you.
Yes.
And also the things that will help you help others.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say I'm super grateful that we get to spend this time together today, and we're going to come in with episode 2 next week. 2.
Two.
2.
Two.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, two.
Episode 2. Love
Hey,
it.
again, Jack Lehr here, Lehr Podcast. Super grateful that I get to spend this time with Leon Zellers from Dover, Pennsylvania. He's killing it. We're coming back at you next week. If you like this, please share, subscribe, make your day great.